What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another DLJworks video. In this video, I'm going to talk about an article that recently came out here in The Atlantic. It's actually came out on October 25th, so not too long ago. But it's titled "The Black Struggle for Technology Jobs." And I've been wanting to actually do a video talking about basically how blacks can actually get into the field of web design and development. But when I saw this actual article come down, I thought this would actually be something good to actually touch bases on and kind of make a connecting side to what I actually wanted to talk about before. So let me read this little brief here. In Atlanta and other racially segregated cities, the education system is stacked against African Americans competing for STEM careers. If Amazon picks the city for its second headquarters, things could get even worse. The final paragraph, I'm not going to say final, but it's like two paragraphs down into, let's see here. I think this is the second to last paragraph. I'm going to kind of focus on these sentences right here. Let me see if I can highlight those. All right. So I'm going to highlight this section. I'm going to read this out loud. For the large black population in Atlanta and in other cities contending for Amazon's nod, success might reduce rather than increase opportunity. People with high-level technical skills are valuable in a city transformed by technology. This is true. In Atlanta, the majority of students are black, and most are not getting the kind of rigorous education they need to participate in a STEM-based local economy. They will not be able to earn the salaries necessary to live in the city. They will be priced out, shown the door by educational neglect. Now, what does this actually mean? How am I interpreting, the core piece of what that part is talking about? Well, I can't imagine a city of it like Atlanta not offering their educational institutions not offering enough in terms of STEM-based programs, curriculums. But in classic HBCUs, and for those of you that are watching the video who may not be hip to the black game, HBCU basically means historically black college universities. The school I actually went to, it was just kind of general in terms of, they offer mathematics, general study, basic computer science, information systems. That's as pretty much as STEM as you're going to get. And I'm not going to name the college I've actually went to right now at this moment in time, but I did graduate from a historically black college and university, and I actually majored in English, but later on down the line, I actually went back to school because I wanted to get a tech skill, because I knew that eventually that was going to be the wave of the future. That was going to be the next step I needed to take. I went to school to be a writer, and probably just like myself, most people who are African American, this is just a theory, a generalization, and we actually tend to lean towards the arts, humanities, that sort of thing, theatrics, get into the sides of entertainment, music. We specialize more so on the creative side. So it's not a lot of blacks, at least from what I've seen, that are trying to specialize and get technology jobs. We lean more towards entertainment and culture. That's just what it is. Why do you think so many African Americans try to become rappers now? Everybody wants to be a rapper nowadays. So, and we do need more minorities, black minorities represented in the technology sector, because what that does for the generation coming up, they get to see it, young black males and females, they get to see, people that are not, specifically going into entertainment, whether it's to be a musician or whatever the case may be. And they see somebody that's being successful in a field like web design and development, computer programming, software development, software engineering, building hardware designs, computer management, engineering, all these things, it encourages them. They definitely get to see somebody that's doing well, and they actually feel like they can do it too. So this is a very classic, very traditional outlook to, be able to view somebody that's being successful in that sector. And if everybody's just becoming an artist, for that matter, then that's all we're going to think we're just really good at. So we do need more people. But with Amazon actually coming in and the type of education coming by this, where it says success might reduce rather than increase opportunity, Amazon's a big company. They're going to be demanding a lot out of people, to have certain tech skills. And if the education isn't providing support for that, then you have the educational sector that's only providing in Atlanta, we're just because this article is talking about Atlanta, they're only providing, you know, they're not providing a high rigorous education that'll pump out students that's knowledgeable, that has the expertise to fulfill the jobs that Amazon is looking for. It is going to be bad. It's just going to be horrible. So, you know, there was another article too, in connecting to this one. Let me go back up. All right. Black workers really do need to be twice as good. So kind of segueing from Amazon coming in and talking about this, not only if they're not getting a rigorous education, you know, another reality that, you know, if blacks haven't faced it already, that we have certain roadblocks, we have certain challenges that we just have to work harder to overcome. So let me read this brief here. African-American employees tend to receive more scrutiny from their bosses than our white colleagues, meaning that small mistakes are more likely to be caught, which over time leads to worse performance reviews and lower wages. With this being said, this is not new news, but this is a really well-written article just kind of talking about and highlighting why that is. And I'm not going to go too in depth on, you know, what this article is talking about, but I'll let you guys go ahead and read this article as well as this one in full in depth. But one of the things I wanted to take the opportunity to use these articles to kind of highlight is that, you know, the word entrepreneur is being thrown around so much, but it's almost as if that's the direction that we actually have to go. We have to start creating our own opportunities. You know, whether you're black or not, the best way for you to actually do is start creating your own opportunities by honing your craft. If you look at my other videos where I'm just a talking head, you'll see in the background I do it in front of a bookshelf full of web design books and that sort of thing. And it's not an accident. There's a reason why I do this, because I want to also demonstrate that, look, I study this craft. Like, I do this. I have projects. I have a lot of stuff. And, you know, one of the things that I had done, I got my brand, I got a registered trademark, dljworks. And with this registered trademark, I could produce, you know, graphics and web design projects and that sort of thing, and have them, you know, it can become a legal business. And if you don't know how to actually get a trademark, I suggest you actually watch the trademark video that I've done, having a website versus actually having a trademark. And I'll link to the video of that in the description below. So be sure to check that out. But you want to go the direction of almost just having your own, because putting your fate into somebody else's hands, it's not good. It's not good. Now I can understand us working for somebody else to gain experience, but we need to really come up with an end goal. You know, so it's going to take a lot of work for us, but in the process of doing this, you know, you want to work hard. You want to do things like have your own, you know, for example, maybe start up your own YouTube channel, start documenting, you know, some of the things that you're actually, let me kind of sign out here, you know, start documenting, you know, some of the things that you're actually doing. And I'll go ahead and I'll go to my YouTube channel. Okay. I watch a lot of video games and Castlevania, so don't, you know, hate me for that. But let's go ahead and go to my YouTube channel, dljworks. All right. And the whole idea of actually documenting your process is nothing new. It's not a new thing at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have several videos, including this one, where I'm discussing some things. I'm kind of connecting my own expertise, my own knowledge, and being aware of certain political climate, whatever the case may be, you know, and just documenting. This is not a new thing. Like Gary Vee talks about the whole process. He separates the idea of actually creating videos to documentation. And that's the direction I'm going right now. Is I was like, let me actually go ahead and start, you know, documenting my process, you know, creating little screenshots and turn them into tutorials to show people that, hey, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to this web design stuff. Let me go ahead and show you some of the things. Let me go ahead and put this knowledge out there, so in hopes that I'll help you, but also reflect that I can actually show you my expertise rather than just tell you and just being in a talking head about it. So that's why I go ahead and I document when I have a web design project. Now I try to set aside some time to actually record my process so other people can see it. They can actually see how I think and everything else. So if you look at jQuery tutorial, insert any HTML and any WordPress element, that was a workaround to actually, you know, certain things, they don't allow you to adjust the footer unless you know some direct PHP code or jQuery or whatnot. So that's that's what that does. It shows you how to actually, you know, manipulate certain things without having to know PHP, but you can simply use jQuery to change certain things like the content in your footer. But, you know, to do certain things, do things that'll be outside of the norm right now. Don't have this narrow-minded mentality of I just graduated from school, I need to have a resume, and I need to find a job. Like, we have to get out of that thinking. We're going to have to do more than, well, and I hate to even use this comparison. Like, think of an inmate or a guy that just came home from prison. You know, the stacks, or, you know, they're not going to be able to get a job per se because of their background, you know, criminal history. They ruled themselves out. You know, if we look at somebody like Cali Muscle, who's, you know, known, he makes it known about, you know, his, you know, going to prison. Okay, he makes it very known, but this guy has made, like, you know, a successful career out of being a YouTuber, 1.8 million subscribers, bodybuilder. You know, he's turned his whole life around and selling, you know, hyphy mud and all this other stuff. Like, that's the sort of mentality that we need to start taking for ourselves when it comes to creating opportunities and not waiting on a company or a big corporation to give us those opportunities. Like, the whole idea of having a handout is just, it's ridiculous. You know, it's ridiculous. I just saw a video on PragerU earlier today about having the government fix things for us and even a playing field. No, the whole idea is to clear the playing field so we can have some opportunity. Is it going to be equal opportunity? Psh, heck no, it's not going to be equal opportunity. But you take whatever small opportunity you have and you attack it, you capitalize on it. You don't sit up here and just wait for, you know, a company to just give you a job. Like, you have to indulge in your craft. You have to become something far greater than, you know, where you're at right now. You have to go beyond your comfort zone. If your comfort zone is going to school and looking for a job and hoping somebody's going to hire you, you got to snap out that dream. Like the RZA just said on the Wu-Tang Double CD, 1997, you got to snap out that dream, man. Cat in a hat. No, I'm not even going to go into the rest of the lyrics, but yeah. So, no, this is nothing new. You know, the black struggle for technology jobs. I actually would say that, you know, instead of it being a struggle, we need to have more people approach. And, you know, if they're not going to, you know, even recognize your expertise because you are black, then that's the time that we need to, you know, work around that challenge and create our own opportunities, you know, for ourselves and for, you know, people that's coming up under us. And I would say that not only to just black people, my own culture, but to anybody in general. You know, like, if you're a struggle, if you are an inmate and you're just coming home from the pen, you know, you have those like challenges, you got to find a way to like make those connections happen. You got to find a way to overcome those challenges and create the opportunity for yourself. You know, even if it means in serving. And if you always, I have a theory, if you always focus on serving people, you know, no matter what your race is, you're serving everybody, you're trying to help people, you'll always create opportunity for yourself. So volunteering, doing things for free, helping somebody get their goals met, you know, it's even if they are, you know, pretty shady about it, they like just take credit for some of the work you did for them or whatnot, and they don't even pay you back. Like, the guy's gonna pay you back handsomely for that. You know, don't think that your work is not going unnoticed, and that's a big thing. So no matter what, you can't look at you. Darren Hardy said this, you know, give 100% and expect zero in return. And that's the type of mentality I've had, like, just going forward since I've heard that. You know, you give your all to something, expect nothing back. You know, for me personally, I expect God to, you know, reward me for Jesus Christ to give me, you know, what I actually need. That's where my expectation comes from. You know, I'm gonna actually quote scriptures here, but, you know, do things unto God, not unto men as men pleasers. So, you know, I do all things, man, and helping people and loving people and being sure to serve them, because that's what's going to return the reward back to you on its own. So don't worry about being black and not having opportunities. Yes, the challenges may be twice as hard, but, you know, it's only going to shape your character and bring you through the fire even more so, you know, if you bother to go through that fire and let it, you know, shake you off from coal and becoming a beautiful diamond. So I guess that's a very poetic way to end this video right now. But in any case, though, get your own, create your own opportunities. Thanks for watching another DLJ Works video. Check out my other videos on the channel as well. And I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless. Before you leave, go to the description below. Click that show more link to see and use all of the resources that I trust that makes DLJ works and can easily work for you.